How you guys doing? This is Skid Row Update, and one of the things I've been hearing and kind of been noticing is a lot of people don't really know what Skid Row Update is. And from the people that advocate for us, from people that are concerned about what we do, I feel like there needs to be more transparency about what exactly we do at Skid Row Update and how we're actually making change in the long run. So, what I wanted to do for this update is basically say, what is Skid Row Update? And break it down for you guys bit by bit. So that way, if you guys have any questions about what exactly we do, it's transparent, it should be answered right here, but if it's not, you're more than willing to ask me or any of the board members. So, let's start. There's three kind of core elements to Skid Row Update. There's marketing, outreach, and influence. In one word to describe all three, it would be raising awareness, expression, and equaling change. Let me start with marketing, because marketing is the biggest one we have right now. The idea of marketing is, like I said, raising awareness, but this is where you have some of the helping in the short run kind of ideals. The reason why we actually have stuff like toy drives, blanket and bread drives, and Eat Our drives, Eat Our is basically tents, is that the goal is, sure, this is helping people out in the short run. If there's a shortage of toys for children, shortage of blankets for people to sleep on when they're on the street, or for tents, sure, that's more than willing to help them out. But the idea is, with these people that are helping out in the short run, they can help us, hopefully, in the long run with some of the stuff that we have over here, and even the skid team. I'll get back to the skid team later on. It'll be the last thing I'll talk about. But this is the idea of the toy drives, blanket drives, and Eat Our drives. Moving forward, with broadcasting news from Skid Row, me, Eric, and a couple other people, we go to Skid Row every week to basically talk about what's going on. We have a camera, we give broadcast updates, and we basically try to see what's the atmosphere like. How is the trash? How are the people today? Is the drugs moving well? Is there many stabbings? Have there been killings? We want to let you guys know and get you guys an update for what's going on. So this is raising awareness. It has a short run element to it, but I want to make things known about Skid Row Update. This is a helping in the long run organization. Expression and outreach. Whereas raising awareness, you can be in Ohio, you can be in Florida, in the Bay, San Jose, UC Davis, wherever you want to be, this would be where you want to help, raising awareness. Expression and outreach, you may even be able to help from Ohio with this Big Brother, Big Sister program. But with expression and outreach, it's more meant in the ground zero kind of ideal. It's meant right on the ground level. With the Big Brother, Big Sister program, the Letterman's campaign, we're trying to get all the public schools around Skid Row and basically get this, like I said, a Big Brother, Big Sister program to minimize and get the kids that are at risk of being homeless or being in this kind of poverty situation, or maybe at risk of becoming homeless later in life, to basically see this another way. Have a mentor, have a big brother or big sister who's there to say, hey, I'm here for you, I care about you, and I'm going to make sure you don't fail. I'm going to make sure you succeed. Really important. The other thing we want to emphasize with outreach is expressing the gifts to the people there in the long run and the short run. I put long run and short run for two reasons. One, the idea of helping out in the long run with expressing people's gifts is when you give people an outlet to basically express their talents, their abilities, what makes them who they are, it kind of gives them a sense of inspiration, that can carry on with them later in life. In the short run, this is something that it can be expressed, it can be taken in as, oh, this is what I want to do in life, I'm going to help express my gifts through this certain outlet. So homeless people can use us to, maybe get a job interview or get the things that they need in life. So before I hit influence, I want to show you guys raising awareness, helping people know what's going on, letting them know of things. Expression and outreach, helping out on the ground level to sustain change in the long run. If these two are satisfied, we will get change and influence. The idea is, with this influence, we become a news outlet for Skid Row. And not only expressing from interviews from homeless people, expressing from police chiefs, from people at the missions, from everybody who has an influence in Skid Row. We want to give an unbiased kind of way of letting people in the know of what's going on. The other thing we want to do, extremely important, is getting people off the streets through supportive housing and through rehab and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to get to supportive housing, but before I do, I want to emphasize something. Through these three things, this is the only short run thing that we're doing. The long run is taken from Skid Team, the outreach, and everything we do in helping in influence-wise. So this is not something that, we're just going to do in the short run, make us feel good for a little bit and let it go. No, we want to help make change for the people in Skid Row and make everlasting long-run change. And it's not going to end. We're going to do it until we see it fit and it's going to be done. So, second to last thing I want to talk about. Supportive housing. What is supportive housing? One thing I want to emphasize, it is not free housing. It is not the things you see at a project or the things you see at housing that doesn't actually stimulate helping people out. The idea of supportive housing is basically if you have someone in addiction or in something that they cannot get out of, the idea is they check themselves into a program that gets them out of these addictions, helps them with their mental illness and what have you. This is contrasted with a project or with free housing where they just give you a house and you just sit there. With supportive housing, these people are able to get out of their drugs and help them out of their illness and actually get back into normal society. That is the main difference that I want to emphasize here. And something people may not know is if you have one person who is homeless, and if you have that same person that was in supportive housing, the person that was in supportive housing actually costs us tax money, people who pay tax money, 12 times cheaper than if they're homeless, because the unexpected costs that come with being homeless. Statistics show. So this is basically supportive housing. I know a lot of people seem to have problems with it because they don't actually understand what supportive housing is, but I hope that was a transparent definition. Finally, I want to talk about Skid Team. This is basically what you guys can do to help. Skid Team it's so much. It's basically our raising awareness side of Skid Row Update, the big side of it, but it's also how we let people know how they can express themselves, and we let people know how they can make change and influence. Warner's heading this year, and I'm really excited for him, but the idea of Skid Team is this. No matter where you are, you can be in Europe, we have people in Singapore, we have people in UC Davis, in the Bay, in Ohio. The idea is no matter where you are, it could be something as small as sharing our updates or posting our updates on Facebook. I know that's really small, it's a small commitment. Or it can be something as big as letting people be in the know of what is going on at Skid Row. If people tell you, hey, I don't really understand why things are going on and why people are homeless like that, if you really are devoted to Skid Team, you can answer that. We will have posting articles and articles over and over and over about how prevalent homelessness is in Skid Row. You will be in the know of everything. And if you want to become a part of Skid Team, you can let either me or Warner know. It is a very important, it's the rock of Skid Row Update. It is the way upon which we actually let people know what's going on. Just through ordinary people like you guys. It's a very small commitment, or it could be a very big commitment. It's however you want to put it as. So this is Skid Row Update. I'm really excited over this. We're raising awareness, and if you can raise awareness and you can express by going through the ground level and helping change in the long run, we can sustain change and we can sustain influence. Supportive housing is not free housing, and this is Skid Row Update. Next week we'll be focusing on the Big Brother, Big Sister program and the Letter Mentoring campaign. Thank you.